Hey everyone, this is Ellie Marie Francisco. Thanks for coming into my channel. We're going to look at June energies through the tarot today, and we're going to hope it's all coming together. All right, so June 2024. Let's see what energies are working for us, with us, and against us. Oh, well, this is fantastic. We're coming in as a Five of Swords this week. Wow. All right. Well, Five of Swords. This is a lot of communication. Sometimes it doesn't get said. All kinds of things that go unsaid and fester over time. So if we're coming in this week with this influence, then there are probably words that have been said to us that have haunted us for years that we're coming into focus with, trying to clean through our system so that we're not bogged down by unresolved karmic sillinesses, I guess, eh? Yeah, fives play with time, so it may be high time you have those words. A lot of times I find with the Five of Swords, there's usually some kind of ongoing dispute or some kind of lack of seeing eye to eye. And then this card comes up to show that sometimes it wouldn't matter what you said, they wouldn't hear it or understand it anyway or agree with you. So it's almost like some of your words are falling on deaf ears as it is. Choose your words wisely. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for this to heal through. Oh man, a Five of Wands in our Celtic cross. Five of Wands is the way I think the universe is telling us that things are being moved around in the backgrounds of our lives. Not so much what we see as what we don't see is working for us. And as well, this offers a time element. Two cards coming right into this month with the five. So there's change. There would be a lot of change in this month, I think. Knight of Swords, quick change. It can be coming in pretty quick on the airstream, so to speak. Sometimes this is gossip, definitely throat chakra. We've come in as a sword this week for the month, so yeah, so choose your words wisely is what I'm hearing. Eight of Pentacles, we're coming into a divine moment of creativity and soulful divine timing. So there may be things that you've been itching to do that you felt underneath the timelines on and you weren't sure it was going to happen and things like that. And this is also a card that tells us we can monetize some of our God-given talents, and you may be looking at ways that you're moving more of your soul work into the money field if it's not already something that you're doing for a living, or if you're doing this in your retirement years, it could just be that you're doing things that really excite you and, you know, bring you closer to your own source and your sense of creativity and connection. We've got, gosh, it's interesting. First we had two fives, now we've got two, you know, knights following each other. The Knight of Wands, I usually feel like this is an opportunity to face some fears, to reach out beyond our comfort levels, and to get basically out there, you know, beyond what we thought was possible. So sometimes fear is the only thing you fear, and then you do it. And other times you just don't even let the fear stop you regardless. So I would say, yeah, when you're feeling tied into your own karmic destinies and true callings and things like that, you know that daring next step and the leap into the unknown is usually not far behind, because it all feeds into each other, giving you resources and setting you on your journey. May also be other things you're wanting to face, you know. So I'm asking, what else do we need to know for the first week of June? And that is Nine of Swords energy is coming up. So, check this card out. How many third eyes does this girl have? How many sets of eyes? Everywhere but in her third eye. So the Nine of Swords will often underestimate how connected they are to the world, or to their own lives, or to themselves, or to everyone in their world, or whatever's going on. You have extreme connection, so much so you don't even notice. So you may be underestimating a lot of what's going on right now as far as your assessment of it. So trust even your most mildest random thoughts or passing ideas, like maybe I'll go to the bank and take care of that, or maybe I'll go to this, or whatever your little nudgings are, just follow them along, okay? That would be my advice. It's the Ace of Swords. So these are new ideas, new beginnings in thought patterns and things like that. If you have gone through all of the inner healing that's really been demanded of us in the last number of months, then you have cleared out old beliefs and old paradigms of thought that were getting in your way. So it's quite possible that some of the change that was evoked in these last couple of weeks as well, or even months, has created this sense of you having your mind blown into different pieces because of the amount of change and other things that you're getting used to, or the growth that you've had to catapult into. So, all spirit's ever looking for is for us to be connected to ourselves and to do basically what we're here to do, which is to keep moving forward into bigger and better versions of ourselves, basically, right? Evolutionary, that's kind of the goal. Get to your exalted self before the end of your days. So you may be having great ideas that will help, what's the word I'm looking for? Crystallize some of the things that you want to do with yourself, for your own life, your own happiness. So those are the last card I'm picking through is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, this card, you know what, a lot of us have been doing first chakra clear outs in order to ground our crown chakras into the earth plane a little bit better. This card has come up for months in one way or another, and it's peaking in as sort of the end game. So whatever self-healing you're doing, whatever inner work, whatever shadow work you feel like you're getting connected to and working through inadvertently and maybe even unwillingly, just keep in mind that it is clearing out the emotional channel so that spirit and your own intuition and your own intel moves clearer and quicker through your own worlds and into your own inner voices. So keep the faith. Be willing to keep in tune with some of the pain that you're trying to clear. I mean, pain clears faster when you feel through it. So yeah, you'd still be grieving. You'd still be grieving the end of things. Like sometimes we grieve the endings of things years after they've ended because we just haven't been in a place emotionally to deal with it, right? Or we haven't had the time, space, or the emotional space to be able to really heal. So you just may be finding yourself in ankle deep, at least, in saying goodbye to some of the pain that has wreaked havoc through your life, and you may just be loving yourself a little bit more in the process. So not a bad way to go, actually. Hey everyone. Okay, so this is Ellen Marie Francisco. Thanks a lot for coming into my channel. We're going to look at the second week of June and what to expect, what to work with, and how to keep calm amidst so much change and so much going on. All right, so we're just going to pull 5 cards for the second week of June, and we're going to see what we need to concentrate on most. Okay, so So we have 5 cards that we're going to look at. The first card that's coming in is the Page of Cups. We've got 5 of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. And a Queen King Pentacle as well. Alright, so I'm going to say that for the second week of June 2024, that we're going to be focusing on a little bit of our heart, a little bit of our mind. We need to be having deeper conversations with the Page of Cups. We will usually, this can be us, mothering our children or mothering the people that we love in our world, but mostly we need the heart-to-heart connection. We need to be having more heart-to-hearts, being more present with the people we love, talking more candidly about what's really going on, heartfully, on the surface and below the surface. So you may be, that could be because a wave of emotion is, processing through, and there could be new ways of expressing yourself as well because of some of the other growth that you've been through. The 5 of Swords came up earlier, as you know, at the beginning of June as an overview. So the 5 of Swords is a lot of conversations that go very wrong and don't really get resolved very well. Sometimes this is all the unsaid stuff that goes into the afterlife when we lose somebody we love, everything that we didn't get to say goodbye about. It can also mean that, it can sometimes be quarrels and lovers' disputes and things like that, where you just don't see it eye to eye. And there's just a lot that can't be said. Even if you could say it, it's like not saying it because it doesn't get said in the way, it doesn't get heard, doesn't get understood. I just keep hearing that sense of things are landing on deaf ears. So you may just pick your conversations wisely, right? Like work on your side of the street, keep your side of the street clean, keep your communication clear. If you're communicating from your heart, there's usually not a lot of confusion. It's when we put too much mind into it, we get rigid thinking, that the 5 of Swords comes along, you know what I mean? So be careful with rigid thinking or narrow-mindedness during this week as well. All right, now the other thing too is we've got 2 cards that basically, Pentacle cards, the King-Queen combination and the 2 of Pentacles. So both of these cards speak to some degree about the inner balance, balancing out our worth, our value, and our contributions actually financially too. So with the 2 of Pentacles, sometimes you're thinking about income property and things like that, or real estate. Sometimes you can be downsizing but still increasing your portfolio and things like that. So there may be people really thinking about long-term investments, seeing if they can benefit from the market swings and things like that, as well as balancing out budgets and making sure that you've not missed anything, or leaving yourself without, basically. So you would be trying to be consistent in your own ability to just kind of meet your own needs. So yeah, could be more self-centered in all the right ways this week. The thing I like about the Queen King of Pentacles is that it's a combination of the mastery between the divine feminine and knowing your value and being in your value structure and being willing to allow the universe to give to you. So the yellow, to me signifies the solar plexus, and the green signifies our heart chakra to me. So I would say that, the more you can be in your sort of God-given centered power within your heart center, the more value you can hold for yourself as well. It's easier for you to know your value when you're centered like that, because you understand, some of your own power. So be willing to step into these parts of yourself that are aligned, that you have felt maybe a little uncertain of, but listen to your divine information. Take action on it. Those are the simplest things to do. So you're mastering to a certain degree the ability to listen to yourself and to take care of your needs in a way that you come out on top. Ace of Wands does always speak to some kind of a new story. If it's not more literal than that, I don't know what is. So aces evoke a new beginning. So we've already seen that there are new beginnings in June. Here's another way that you may be bracing for change and opening new corridors for yourself. The other thing too is wands can be related to your career and to how you express yourself personally, you know, what you want to bring forth to the world to show it's part of your own personality. So there may be parts of you that you haven't shared with the world yet that are coming into more light, that are more necessary right now because of some of the other shifts that you've had in previous weeks and months. So don't be afraid to start a new story, essentially. We'll see what's coming in for the third week of June 2024. See what recurring themes might be continuing through. Seems like it's just a lot more of the same: connection, communication, heart-centered, holding value for your own worlds that you're building. Well, the third week of June looks pretty decent. We've got 8 of Cups. That's a lot of self-reflection. That's a lot of digging deep. You know, sometimes we measure ourselves against other people, and we don't need to do that. But we do sometimes do it as a measuring stick to see how to calibrate our next moves or what's important. You know, what kind of change do we evoke? So there may be a lot of things that you're mulling over on your own during the third week of June where you just don't really want to be all that out there. You know, you may feel a little triggered, but you also may just need a little bit of a reprieve. The 8 of Cups is, I always feel like the 8s are dynamic as far as their timeliness, divine timing. So when the 8s show up, it's like this kind of stuff needs to happen. So if you haven't had your moment of self-reflection where you can just sort of pick up your own messages and get the barometer reading of what you're really feeling and what's really important to you, then I would say the third week of June is the time you want to do that. Don't worry if you're standing out in your own way. You know, there are points in time where we all need to do that. So you may be gaining a lot of strengths this month. Knight of Pentacles is coming along too. We've had some other knights earlier, and so as much as there may be more momentum to June than we've had in previous months, you know, because the knights kind of get things done. So I would say slow and steady progress. If you were already balancing out, you know, your budget in second week of June, then you may be getting clear on where to put your investment in the third week of June, and you may be confident in making those choices and moving forward with your plans. A lot of this card kind of brings in images of natural earth things and ways that you may make money in natural ways that, again, not only come to you as a natural talent, but come to you as natural resources too. You're working with more natural resources. So slow and steady wins the race. You may be very pleased with your accomplishments, and you know, the other sense too is enjoy the ride. Like even on a destination, even getting there, it can be quite a journey itself. So be willing to also be in the moment as you're planning for your future. Like delve into the momentary blisses that life brings to us, you know, day to day. So give time to enjoy some of that stuff that might just be popping in around you. So these are fantastic cards for June, third week of June. We have the 10 of Pentacles, which is like the giving card, giving us more. The Wheel of Fortune, which is, you know, a sign of growth when she shows up. She certainly doesn't show up every day, all day long for people. And here's the Emperor. So these cards are very strong, you know, two of the major arcana cards in amidst a giving card. I would say keep your hands open for opportunity. You do get rewarded by the universe for doing all the things that you came here to do. So keep on trucking. A lot of people are way more tuned into their core structure than they ever have been, you know, more grounded, more able to manifest. So if you've had these breakthroughs and you can feel that your body's going through all these changes, then just keep in mind, you know, you've got the ability to enjoy now some of the return on investment. You know, I mean, we're constantly investing, reinvesting in ourselves and our lives and our journeys. So I would enjoy every 10 of Pentacle moment. So let people give to you, and don't be afraid to be on the receiving end. All you givers out there that have a hard time receiving, keep it in the giving. Let people give to you, okay? Receive as well. And Wheel of Fortune does come with tests. She likes to give you more, but she also likes to test where your worthiness is. So don't undermine some of your breakthroughs this month where things are coming together. So like I said, keep your hands open for the blessings of the universe. Sometimes the humans bring these in for us, right? Like divine speaks through and moves through the humans in your world as well. So don't go backwards as much as you do. Just look forward and just dream a bigger dream for yourself, because that's another thing universe kind of watches to see. Are you undermining your possible growth by not hoping for enough, or not reaching for enough, or not allowing yourself to receive enough? So get into the receiving mood. This is the authority figure in a lot of ways. The little Emperor is a very serious guy. He can really be trusted. So you may be looking at, you know, who are you looking up to? Where are your mentors? Where are the people that keep you reaching for more as well? You know, if you don't have a mentor, maybe time to get one. If you don't have anybody to look up to, maybe find somebody. You know, like, don't let yourself stagnate in your growth because you don't have people to look up to, you know. Or if you're trying to get somewhere quicker, go find the smarter people that know more than you do, or that are better connected in ways that you're trying to connect to yourself, and see if you can allow others to help you into new versions of yourself as well. Okay? So, and don't be afraid to be your own authority. You know, this is one of a really important part of your own evolution and understanding how you work energetically. You know, understanding, and that's the point of why we have intuition, so we can figure out how to be our own best authority in our own world. So pay close attention to your own messaging, and don't be very willing to let people pull you off of your truths and your known facts. You know, we all come with our own little known facts that aren't necessarily anybody else's, but anyway, you'd be soul searching this month as it is. So don't undermine or undercut yourself. Okay. So for the final week in June, the cards that we're working with are the Three of Wands, which is a lot about community work. Sometimes this is big nonprofits or volunteering at places and causes that we really believe in. This could be just, working from our hearts through our own, immediate community or family community or soul sister community. So this is connection as well, lots of connection. King of Cups is a very soulful little guy here. He's lost his head, but he's gained his heart, and he's working on clearing out his emotional being here. So you may know somebody like that. You may feel like him too, to a certain degree. So, but with the king, it's a lot of mastery too. So even though there may be uncertain emotions, there aren't uncertain responses. You usually just have to ride out the inner storm in you with compassion and soul connectedness, and wait for calmer seas. So some of us, we may be just still processing the emotion, but understanding ourselves a little bit better and how to work with it, as well as not being as reactive as we might have been in previous weeks or months or even years. You may be seeing signs of your own growth because of other things going on this month. Sometimes we just need a little bit of a measuring stick here and there, which is, I guess, we had that at the beginning. So the other thing we've got coming in is the Hangman. So Hangman does play between our brain and our lower minds and our higher minds and our crown chakras, basically, and everything above. So it would be a little bit of a, slow it down message. Don't worry so much about everything. Take a chill pill, dream a little dream, and enjoy the weather and connect to the earth at the same time that you're not letting your thoughts get the best of you. So hanging up destructive thinking, basically, or working more constructively with your mind so you get the best of it rather than it getting the best of you. The other 5, we had this 5 earlier at the beginning of the month, and it's coming in as one of our final cards for the month. So it's clearly important to recognize that there is a lot going on behind the scenes that we're just never going to be all that privy to, but it's happening for our benefit nonetheless. So take your time, don't overrush, don't try to force too many things onto a calendar with certain dates. Allow yourself some wiggle room. Understand that sometimes things work out better when they don't work out, and be willing to go with the flow. The other part is the other card that we have here for the final month of June is the Star card. So this has a little bit of a galactic touch to it, obviously, too, as well as just, the enlightenment that comes from starlight. So you may be redreaming some of your dreams because of some of the changes that have happened, and be able to dream new dreams into reality too, and it may be a little disconcerting making that shift, but many of us would have to do it anyway, right? Like, are you going to be miserable, or are you just going to change? It's like shift happens. So I guess through a lot of people, some of their shocks from life come because things they didn't expect to happen, right? Whether we think we do or not. We write scripts constantly about the way we want our lives to go and how we expect them to be. And then universe pushes and pulls and takes some little side swipes, and before we know it, we're on new paths and we're doing things that we didn't expect we'd be doing. So just keep in mind, like, at any time, you may have to prove how fluid you are by going with the flow in a new direction you didn't expect. So just trust that, these little shifts and shakes are often just a way to get us there quicker, and to stop us from doing things that maybe aren't in our soul calling right off, or with the people we thought we'd be with, and on and on and on, So just be willing to let the dream a little differently. I guess, let your dream be a little different than you dreamed it. It may end up being better. What if it's better? And sometimes, a lot of people look back at their lives in hindsight and they say, oh my gosh, if that hadn't happened, this wouldn't have happened. So I kind of feel like we're rebuilding our worlds in more sensible, sensible, and more in tune ways to ourselves as well. And I think some of us are way more open-minded than we've ever been, and that's going to be beneficial. Okay, so that's my June overview in 4 weeks with 4 quick spreads. Hope that works for you, and may the force be with you nonetheless. And if you need a private reading, you just know how to find me on my website at morphintoyou.com. And just to show a little bit of what we've got looking ahead to in July, I'll pick one card as our bonus card to see what do we need to know for July. And July is full of love and new beginnings and newer connection. That's crown chakra opening and our sacral chakra being activated. So more of your passions in life. And it's true, a lot of your happiness, a lot of your happy connections are coming together for July. So that's good. New heart beginnings as well. So I'll take it. Let's take that. Let's take new heart beginnings. Wouldn't that be fun? All right. So have a great everything. And I'll see you sometime soon. Bye for now. Thanks for coming into my channel. Bye.